There we go. Look at that. Misprinted 9. Hey, what's up, guys? I was getting busy watching Picard this morning, Star Trek, and then I remembered, hey, I have this other stack of $1 notes, so let's go through it, see if I find anything worth holding on to. Try to go pretty quickly through these. They usually take about 20 minutes to get through all these notes, so hopefully you can bear with me and you don't have something too crazy going on. If not, just hit save on the video and come back to it later. Alrighty, starting right off, nice little shift in the seal here, but it's not low enough for me to hold on to. Nothing in the serial number. I've had some really good pictures sent to me in email. Keep sending me pictures of your finds to info@varietyerrors.com. I just love checking them out, man. And then if you're asking any questions and I have some answers, I'll try to answer them for you. Now these are directly from the bank. I asked her for old notes. Looks like they must have freshly got these in because they're not even facing the same direction. We're looking for misprints, ink errors, things of that nature. Fancy serial numbers are a big one too, patterns in the serial number. Get asked about that a lot. This one's just damaged, so don't confuse all this discoloration with anything collectible. That thing has seen its day. Nice little over ink on this 3 here. Usually you'll see them on both serial numbers on the 3rd digit from the left. Super common on 2013 notes. For a second, I thought we might have an ink issue here, but it looks like damage to the note. If it's not, it's hard to tell due to all that ink spreading on there from like a ballpoint pen or something. Another over ink here. This is weird. Kind of a almost crooked serial number here. And a little ink issue on that too. So keep an eye out for stuff like that. This one's not dramatic enough for me to hold on to, but it's definitely something that you want to keep an eye out for. Wet ink transfer. It looks like a little thumbprint. It's actually just the transfer of Washington's coat from one bill to another right after they're printed. He's almost got like a forehead tattoo. There we go. Look at that. Misprinted 9. Look right there. That little nice little dot right in the middle of that 9. So we're only a couple minutes into the video. Found a good little misprint on the serial number. I could probably get a couple bucks for that over face value. So see right there. Something small. Turning $1 into a couple dollars. 2009 series, really good shift in the seal over to the left here. But unless it's sitting off the word 1, I wouldn't say they're an error or worth more than face value. And damage note. A couple digits away from a broken ladder, 2017 A series. B for New York seal. That's going to always coincide with this first letter here, but you want to look for that because sometimes, rarely, but sometimes these letters will be mixed up and not coincide with this seal letter. So you're sitting on big money then. A couple of 4s, couple of 0s, but not in a pattern enough to hold on to. Little damage down here. Somebody put some purple lipstick on and kissed the note. Oh, didn't mean to mess that up. There we go. All right. Hey. Yeah, it would have been nice to have a 4 instead of a 2, one of these 2s. We would have had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So a broken ladder. Those can be worth an upwards of, 5, 10, if not more dollars, depending on condition of them. And nothing jumping out here. Probably the best printed one so far, minus this little ink smear. But you can tell from the coloring of that, it is not ink used in the note. Let me see if I can find where these are. Facing the same direction here. There we go. Sorry about that. Nothing jumping out right there. Would have been nice to have even a year in the front here, like 1992 and then 0314 for kind of a date note. Got ourselves a little bit of writing on it or the remnants of a counter stamp right here. They just stamp them when they get them at the bank. Sometimes businesses do it too, but mostly banks. Running through them, 5s. In repetition, but nothing really good enough to hold on to. Little wet ink transfer. Triple 5s on the end there, that's nice. This is all from getting wet. So This bill got moisture on it, and it discolors, kind of drones the tone of the ink out. That's why you get that splotching. So don't get confused by that. A little bit of, actually, hey, interesting. It's kind of cool ink smear going on. So a little mini kind of ink smear. Probably wet ink transfer from a bill that sat on top of this one. You can see it right there, so that's really cool. I'm going to set that one aside as a small ink smear along with that serial number with the weird print on it. Really good repetition of ones. Now, if it would have transcended and went across the whole serial number, we would have been sitting on killer money at that point with all ones. Those are worth 20, 30 bucks easy if they're in good condition, so to put a value on it. This is just damage. Looks like somebody stepped on it, dropped it, and stepped on it. There's 7s, 4s, 2s, 1s. Too many digits in the serial number to make it a pattern. A little bit older bill, 2009, so weirdly enough, it's hitting its end of life as far as circulation life for the note. Bam, bam. We are running through them, man. Man, close there. If we would have had a 1, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But with the double zeros, it's going to take away from our broken ladder and just make it a good old $1 note. So, hey, here's what it is. Nothing jumping out there. Back of the note. Really damaged up. I'm glad we came across some small stuff so far. We went through a big bill search before without hitting too many nice notes, so starting off a little stronger. I'm going to be running to the bank later and getting some straps of notes to go through as well. So hopefully you like these bill searches. I've been doing them for a couple years now. Started doing a bunch of coin videos, but mainly bills are my thing, so I'm going to start doing more of those. Nasty. Look at that. You gunk, I don't even know what that is. I don't even want to look at it. Folded over corner. Bunch of poop or something on it. I don't know. We'll talk about that some other time. Really beat up $1 note. Damaged here in the center. Totally missing a lot of the design here. It's thinned out due to being wet from the rain or something. So we'll pass that up. This one probably was right with it. Kind of cool serial number, but hard to tell if anything's collectible or error print-wise. Yeah, good repetition of 6-9 in there, but not enough to hold on to. 2013 note. I like to look for, of course, the misprints and the serial numbers, but then on the back of the note, 2013, 2017, there seems to be some misprints that go on right by this eye right here. The all-seeing eye is what they call it. They being U.S. government, I guess, or Bureau of Engraving and Printing. Nothing there. Nothing on the back. Flip this bad boy around. Camera kind of freaked out there for a second. I was like, dude, we're missing part of this bill, but not so much. All right, so nothing in the serial number. There. We're shooting through them, man. I mean, we're big old stack through already. We got something good here. Missing a 5. If we would have had a, well, we're missing a couple digits here. We're a couple digits away from a broken ladder now that I look at it. Missing the 4 too. 3, 9, 5, 9. A little bit of repetition going on. Thought we might have a misprint there, but just some ballpoint pen. 1985. Wowzers. We haven't seen one of these bad boys in a while. It's kind of cool. It's got an 8.5 in there, too. Man, probably the oldest $1 bill we've seen in a hot minute. You can see signatures are mainly the difference here. No difference in print. This is actually only about 25 years after they added In God We Trust to the notes. So that's really cool. I'm glad to see something older come along. 2006 series. Total misprint on the serial number. Dude, we're hitting ink smear after ink smear in this one. Serial numbers went awry, man. I'm going to hold on to this. Look at that, too. It looks like it got dragged at some point. We got ourselves a misprint on the Atlanta, Georgia seal and a misprint on the serial number. Killer, man. So this is the third note, second misprint that we've come across. This is going to get me a few bucks over face value easy. 2017 A series. And nothing on the front. I like to keep an eye out for all the little mini annotations, the 2-1 in this case, but all around the edges, you can get some misprints and ink smears. Kind of a quasi-date note. 180 and 1113 if you really want to reach. I like to stick with dates in American U.S. history, rather, since I think it's more apt for U.S. currency. Got ourselves a little booger action, dead bug or something. Bled all the way through, so it could have been like somebody set a cigarette on it or something like that. We've seen all that weird stuff before, right? Let me know in the comments the weirdest bill that you've come across, damage-wise or taped together or any of that stuff. I see a lot of funky, weird bills. Yeah, that one's too damaged. 2013 note. Washington's like blind in one eye on this one. Yeah, a little bit of ink smear here, but it's stuff from like a marker or something like that. Hey, you know me. I love me some bank stamps. This is a good one. Brinks Sat B0679. Interesting. I like it. I'm going to hold on to it. I just like stamp notes. I don't think they're necessarily worth over face value, but they're one of my weird collectibles along with any and everything else. But that and star notes. 2017, couple of smears happening. Somebody stepped on that one. 2013, L. Don't see many San Francisco seals. Boom. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we got ourselves a broken ladder, guys. We can put the 0 on the end, I guess, so it might be reaching a little bit. Let me know if you don't hold on to those. But that's cool. 0. Oh, never mind. Now that I'm looking at it, we're missing the 2. Dang. I guess if we started here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then a 0. Yeah, okay. I'll set it aside, but I don't think it's really a true broken ladder. I think we should have the 2 kind of in the beginning there. But some people I see sell them on eBay for a couple bucks over face value with the 0 on the end, so I'll set it aside. Wow, talk about repetition. 5, 3, 6s, and 9s. It's cool. You know, that 3 goes into 6 and 9, so that's kind of cool. Really beat up, though. A little bit of an over ink. I mean, if we would have had a little more repetition or all 3s or something, I would have jumped for joy and held on to it. Those sell for good money. 2017, large shift in the seal here, but not far enough over. And nothing on the back. Really beat up one. 2017, man, that 1985 we saw earlier was in better shape than this guy. Totally beat. 2017A. 2017 and 2017A were mass amounts of bills, so you can find lots of errors in those series, which is sweet. 1102, 7338, so nothing much. Thought we had a date note there, but year 7000 has not happened yet, and we'll be in a whole different type of currency by then, probably. Damage, damage, damage. Getting down there. Yeah, a little wonkiness to the serial number. I wish this thing was in better shape. The endings kind of, you can see, is printed up, kind of an odometer or ticker note, stuck digit, whatever you want to call them. Super damage again. Let me try to find the start of these again. There we go. Looks like somebody left a cigarette on there. Looks like a burn mark. Almost all the way through there. Other than that, not printed too crazy. Look for shifts on the back. You can see on this last one, In God We Trust, is just a tad over to the left. Sometimes they're off-center printed, and those are worth some good money. Nothing there. Another bank stamp. Nice. All right. I know some of you are like, yeah, those are stupid. But I really like them. This one doesn't have enough of a stamp on it for me to hold on to. But it's like when you find little stickers or Where's George bills, or, I have people that send me pictures of stuff they collect that most people would go, hey, that's not worth money. And you're probably right, but, forget you, man. It's our collectible. We'll collect what we want. 909800. So kind of a cool higher serial number, but not high enough to hold on to. Low serial numbers, I generally like to start with about 5 zeros in the beginning. So look at this. Look at that. Funky printed 0. Normal, funky. Normal, funky. Funky, normal. All right. Dude, we are killing it today. 1907 4110. Totally misprinted. 0 there. I don't know how it would have came out kind of smaller there. Maybe a lack of ink in the actual printing process. This thing is gnarly. Look at that. Stuck hair. Gross. But we're going to keep it. I'm going to try to get that hair off of there. But damage to all get out. But a misprinted 0 there. Killing it on this bill search, man. I love it. 2017 beat up. We're just going to go right past it. It must have been the previous person's. They just left the hair off. Missing a digit there for another broken letter. Couple digits. These are definitely some of the funkiest $1 bills we've looked through. But man, we have come across 4 or 5 really good ones. Another bank stamp. Love it. And again, you guys are probably going to comment going, bank stamps, they're not worth anything. Yeah, I know. 41224022. Now, this is a good example of something that could have been. If this was 4022 or this was 4122, you would have had a block repeater going on with double repeating numbers there. 4122, 4122. You can sell those for usually about $5-6 for $1. So definitely worth some money. 2017A, again, really large print run, damage to all get out. And nothing jumping out there. Little bit of damage. This is from moisture. It's not going to be anything from production. Back of the note, hard to tell. For a second, I thought we might have a little misprint here by the border, but the damage is going to kind of detract from being able to tell that. Probably the best looking 2017 note we've looked at until I looked at the back. And then somebody rubbed their chocolate brownie on it. This actually looks like these. Oh, for a second I thought they might be from the same run, but they're not. This is the best one we have so far. Little stray ink there above the seal, but this one's similar damage to it as the other one. Yeah, that's the crappy part about some things is condition, of course, is going to detract from value if it is collectible. So just like any other collectible, like comics or vinyls or whatever, records, condition's going to be 9/10 of the law, man. So try to preserve your notes. I'll put a link to a good product from BCW that protects your banknotes in a little plastic seal. So if you find good stuff, you can set it aside. Getting down there. We're down to like the last 15, 20. Thanks for coming on the adventure with me. I tried to go quicker through this one, so I'm not totally boring you. I'm sure you have other stuff to do with your day. But I'm just glad that you share the love of the hobby and came and hung out and looked at these great notes. Hopefully got some ideas of what to look for. Another stuck digit. I'll stop talking endlessly. Awesome. Nothing on the back. Nothing there. Little shift down in the seal here. And pretty quality wet ink transfer. You can almost make out the bottom of Washington here on the back of this note. Flip these around. Sorry about that. I got them straight from the bank, so, they just kind of gave them to me in a strap with a little paper, this thing around it, little strap thing around it. So I didn't put them in any order or any weird stuff like that. I just, as you know, I pulled them right out of there, so nothing there. Missing a 2. Couple other digits for a broken ladder. You're really looking for straight ladders where it's like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's where the real money comes in. You can sell those for $20+ if they're in good condition, if not more, to the right collector. 2013 series, I knew it before I even looked at it with these over-inked 8s. I see those go on eBay for $3-4. I wouldn't pay that, but if that's what you're into, you can find them on eBay. As you have seen in my bill searches, I come across them all the time. Really beat up 2009. Nothing on the back, really. Nothing's so damaged it's hard to tell. 2017 note. Good repetition of 3s, but nothing too crazy. Nice little shift down into the left with the Department of the Treasury seal. But it's not sitting off of here, so I'm not going to hold on to it. Another good grouping of 3s, but no pattern involved, so not a fancy serial number. Wiped out Washington here, 2017 series. Not bad condition, just not good either. 2017A, nothing here. Don't see a lot of St. Louis, Missouri seals. That's kind of cool. Somebody had $884. Good for you. This would have been cool if a couple digits were swapped around. We had a repeater here, but not so much. And thought we might have something on that seal. Keep an eye out around the seals, especially this one with all the depictions of 13. This one too, but there's just so much fine detail, you sometimes can get some good ink smears. 2013 note. Nothing in the serial number. Nothing on the back. Down to maybe the last 10 or so. Hopefully you enjoyed this bill search. I know I did. We found some good stuff. We'll go over it in a minute. Splattered ink from a ballpoint pen. A little something something. This looks at first like discoloration due to an ink issue, but it's actually looks like somebody spilled a drink or something on it. On the back. Whoa! Beat up $1 note. 2013. Hard to tell if anything's going on with that from the damage alone. Kind of cool. 1840, 1754. I'm not a big double year note guy, but you can find some good ones if it's like 1775, 1776. Things of that nature. You can find some good value in those. But generally speaking, people are looking for birthday notes like May 3rd, 1989, which, not to mention, is my birthday. So if you ever find a 1989 0503 1989 note, shoot me an email to info@varietyerrors.com and I will buy it from you. I'd love to frame it. I'd love to put the name of the person that found it below it. I love to give credit to people who send me cool stuff, but I'll compensate you for it. I'd love to have my own birthday on a note. Nothing there. Yeah, a little over ink on that too, but I'm not going to hold on to it unless it's like really prevalent. I don't think they're worth a ton of money. Last 5 or 6 notes, guys. Little shift in the seal down here. Kind of cool with the 8080 on the end. Just damage here, so don't get confused by that. Sometimes you got to even look at them through a jeweler's loupe or a scope to really determine if it's an ink smear or just damage. Nothing there. Here's a quasi-date note. July 16th, 189. I, again, try to hold on to the ones that are in actual U.S. history. But this is kind of neat, I guess. It's somebody was born on that day, although unless they're a vampire or immortal or something, they're not alive now. So I'm not going to hold on to it. Kind of cool repetition of 3s and 5s, but nothing in the serial number. This thing's been super wet and stepped on. Lovely. You can tell that's a shoe right there. That would have been cool. 4-4 and then like 5-5s, 9-9s, 8-8s would have been really neat. But we're a couple digits off here. Look for repeaters, though. You can usually sell those for $5 to $10. Nothing on the back. Last 2 notes. Holy moly. What a good bill search. 0141, 2148. Nothing there. Nothing going on there. Last but not least, we got ourselves the patented over ink on the third digit for this 2013. I knew it before I looked at the series date. It is super common. Don't even hold on to them. Nothing on the back. Little bit of a shift up, though. You can see this is a fatty on the margin down here. But I'm not going to hold on to it. What are we holding on to? Our gnarly, gum-ridden, hair-ridden dollar bill. But you know me, I love the trash notes. This thing's cool with this funky printed serial number. So I'm glad to hold on to that. Got ourselves our kinda broken ladder note. 3456789 Not valuable over face value, but I love me some stamp notes. Let me know what you collect that's just kind of one of those oddities. Love stamp notes. Now that I'm looking at this one, it's actually got kind of a wonky printed serial number with that 1 on the end there. But what we're really holding on to on this side is that ink smear serial number and the smeared seal there. So really epic find, probably the best one of the search. Another small ink smear right to the right of the portrait of Washington. And our really obvious, you can see it from here, misprinted 9 in our serial number with excess of ink there, or excess ink. I really love it. The two best finds I think of this bill search, 3 really, is our hair note, although it's got a bunch of crap on it. Cool 0 on the end, but the 2 I really like are the misprint serial numbers, our kind of dragged ink smear serial number here in seal, and our misprinted serial number here on the 9. Let me know what you think about this bill search. I think it's probably the best one I've had in a while, the best one thus far. I had a lot of fun in this bill search. Can't wait to hear what you've come across in your searches lately in the comments and through email on Facebook. Whatever, send me some smoke signals if you want to do it that way. Either way, hope you're having an awesome day. Have a great week, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out and much love, guys. See you later.